Today, we're going to talk about Darius Acuff Jr. and why this dude is putting the spotlight on the NCAA tournament, and why this dude is absolutely the real deal. And we're going to get into it. But before I get started on that, I want to tell you guys to hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, and share. And tell a friend, tell a family member, tell whoever to support my channel. We're going to talk about Mr. Darius Acuff Jr. of Arkansas and why this dude has put the spotlight on March Madness, and why this dude is just he's just electrifying. This dude is just he's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like Darius Acuff is that dude. And look, man, you saw what he did over the weekend against High Point, 12-seeded High Point, playing against Arkansas. And in that game, Darius Acuff Jr. put on the show. This dude had 36 points, 6 assists. He shot 11 for 22 from the field and 3 for 6 from 3. And he just dominated the game and took over the game in the second half, down the stretch of the game, and just made every big shot and just made every big play. And Darius Acuff is he's just special. As a point guard, he's unbelievable. And if you look at the season that Darius Acuff is having, and look, I talked about him last week as far as like guys that I think people should keep your eyes on, and my list included AJ DeBanza, who he was outstanding, but his team got eliminated. Darren Peterson, who a little up and down, and his team lost last night to St. John's, and so his team was eliminated. You got Cam Boozer, who he's been a little up and down, but Duke won. They won their 2 games, and they're in the Sweet 16, and so you got to give Duke credit. And so, I talked about him. I talked about Braden Burries, who's also really good, and Arizona won their game. And the guy I also mentioned on that episode was one Mr. Darius Acuff. And what we've seen over the weekend is the reason why I mentioned him, because this dude is beyond special as a point guard. And I can't remember a point guard that's come in and just dominated the NCAA and has gone on to have a real run in March Madness. Like I can't remember a point guard like this. Maybe since John Morant in 2019. He's just like Darius Acuff is just special, man. And as offensively, when I look at this dude, I don't think there's a weakness in this dude's game on offense. Like this dude is the complete package as a point guard on the offensive end of the floor. Now, people want to nitpick on his defense, whatever. But when you talk about what he does on the offensive end of the court, Darius Acuff, there's no weakness in his game. Like this dude has really good ball handling skills. He can get to the basket when he wants to. He can finish with both with his right and left hand. He can hit. He has a really good mid-range shot. He can hit off the dribble threes, pull up threes, catch and shoot threes. And the guy just knows how to orchestrate the show as a point guard. He's just getting guys involved. He's throwing lobs to his big man. He's kicking it out to open shooters if the shooters are open. He just does everything. And the thing I like about him, everything he does is with precision. It's precise. It's like in rhythm. Like that's how he plays the game. Like he doesn't really take bad shots. He takes the best shot that's available for him, and he gets it. He makes the shots. He makes plays. He just makes plays whenever he makes some plays, and you just watch him on the court. The guy is just confident. He knows that when Darius Acuff is on the court, he knows that he's the best player on the floor. And that's how he's been playing the entire, not just NCAA tournament, but the entire season at Arkansas. He knows he's the best player on the court, and most of the time he is. You look at what he's done over the course of the season. The dude right now is averaging 23 points a game, 6.5 assists a game. He's shooting nearly 49% from the field and 44% from 3 on 6 attempts a game from 3. I mean, this is Darius Acuff we're talking about here. Like, the guy is just productive, talented, and he's efficient as a point guard. And the way that he's been playing right now, like he's putting himself in that conversation of being a top 5 pick in this year's draft. Like he's just is. Like it's not crazy to me to think that Darius Acuff could go, I don't know, 4th. Like that wouldn't surprise me. Like now, look, I don't think he's gonna go 1 or 2, because there's this guy in BYU named AJ DeBenza that exists. Like I think that guy should be the number 1 pick, and you have Darren Peterson. Now I know Darren Peterson has had his issues, but he's 6'5", and he can shoot the ball, and he's talented, and he's skilled, and so you got him. Cam Boozer from Duke, can't forget about him. And so I don't know if he's gonna go top 3, but he definitely should be a top 5 pick at this point. When you're talking about Darius Acuff, like this dude is just the real deal. And if you look at the coach that he's been coaching, that he's been playing under, we talk about John Calipari, and you look at what John Calipari's done. Like this shouldn't be new to people. John Calipari has been great with point guards that's come under his watch, whether he was at Arkansas or mostly when he was at Kentucky. Like we've seen the point guards. We've seen Derrick Rose. We've seen Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've seen John Wall. We've seen Jamal Murray. And like we've seen Brandon Knight. And like I can just go on and on and on. And Darius Acuff, man, is like right in that conversation when it comes to these high-end point guards that have played at a high level under John Calipari. Like I said, we talking about Derrick Rose, John Wall, Jamal Murray, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Brandon Knight, all of these guys, like just playing at a high level at point guard. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, he's another guy, played under John Calipari at Kentucky. Like all of these point guards, and most of them have gone on to have very productive NBA careers. And to me, there's no doubt in my mind that Darius Acuff is going to have a productive NBA career. And to me, he's one of those guys that you got to, like, you look at the production that this dude is having right now under his watch. Like, there's no way this dude should fail in the NBA with that production and with his talent level. To me, he's a guy that absolutely should be a top 5 pick. He should be a top 5 pick. And as far as point guards go, I think he's the best point guard in the draft. And so the guy is just uber talented. And you look at what Arkansas has moving forward. They got a date on Thursday with number 1 seeded Arizona, playing against a guy that I mentioned in a few episodes ago, Brandon Burries. Brandon Burries versus Darius Acuff, freshman guards playing against each other. I mean, you talk about getting your popcorn ready. I'm getting my popcorn ready for that game. Thursday at 7:45 p.m. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm getting my popcorn ready for that matchup. Because I'm there to tell y'all, if Darius Acuff can in Arkansas can pull off an upset against Arizona, oh my God. I mean, we might be having some different conversations about Darius Acuff at that point. If he pulls that off, we might even saying, look, I might even change my tune that this dude maybe should go like top 3 if he pulls that off, because he look, man, Darius Acuff is the real deal. He's the real deal. And you just look at how he plays basketball, and you look at how how he plays. Like, there's a little Stephon Marbury, Darren Williams, and how he plays the game, man. Just the poise, the swagger, the confidence. You watch his aura. Like, the dude he knows that he's that dude out there on the court, and he plays like it. He plays like he's that dude, man. And like I said, offensively, I don't think there's a weakness in this dude's in his game on the offensive end of the court. Like, I just don't he can get to the basket and transition. He can take you off the dribble. His mid-range game is just lethal. He can pull up and hit and get to his mid-range shot. He can hit threes off the catch, off the bounce. And he can make plays in transition, going on the break. He can find people for lobs. And he makes the right passes to open players and shooters. Like, he does everything on the offensive end of the court. And he's a special player. He's a special guard. And He's from Detroit, Michigan. I think that's where he's from, and he plays like it. The mindset that he has, like he plays like he's a tough dude, and he is. You look at the guy that's what 6'2", 6'3", at his build, at that size. Hey man, like I understand it. I understand how Darius Acuff could be from Detroit playing like that, because he plays with a lot of dog in him, like he does, and he just unbelievable player, just an unbelievable player. And if you're a team that needs a point guard, I mean, hey, I think Darius Acuff is the best in the business as a point guard. Like if you're like imagine this dude on like Dallas with Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that be something? You pair Darius Acuff with Cooper Flag. I mean, it would be some. I mean, just incredible. And that's just a team that just kind of came to mind for me. But he's just an unbelievable point guard, and he's a special player, man, special talent. And you look at Arkansas moving forward, man, and Darius Acuff, like they got Arizona on Thursday, 7:45 p.m. And that's gonna be a special game right there. Like I said, I got my popcorn ready for that game. I'm gonna tune in to watch Darius Acuff and in Arkansas to take on Arizona. And hey man, for those of y'all that haven't been paying attention, with what Darius Acuff is doing, I suggest y'all should, because this dude is playing like he's on a mission. And for my money, he's one of the best point guards, especially freshman point guards, that I've seen in a long time, doing what he's been doing in the NCAA tournament scene. Make no question about it. And hey man, that's all I have. And like I said already, man, for those of y'all that haven't kept your eyes on Darius Acuff, I suggest y'all do it real soon, because this dude right here is handling business.